Yo, my name is Yadavan. I'm the shortest South Asian dunker in the world, and I have a 41-inch vertical leap trying to hit 45 soon. I study sports engineering masters at the #1 ranked sports science university on the planet. This guy.
Hi, I'm Cruz. I'm a first-year sports science student at the #1 ranked sports science university in the world. I have a 33-inch max vertical, and I'm trying to hit 35 this year.
These are some exercises that you don't want to do if you want to jump higher. In fact, if you want to jump lower, no, I wouldn't go that far. But pay attention. Here we go.
Box jumps. Box jumps are a complete waste of time if you're trying to increase your max approach vertical. Because if you have a box in front of you and you're trying to jump on it, your body will use the easiest way to get on top of the box, which is going to be hip flexion, bringing your legs up. The box jump will not be very effective at developing your rate of force development. It's not pure vertical displacement of center of mass.
Okay, next, an exercise that is overrated. It's useful, but it's overrated. Tibialis raises. That's a controversial one. I know, tibialis raises is great for knee health and all that. However, if you're training to jump higher off of 1 foot or 2 feet, most of the time during your jump plant, there is an eccentric loading of your tibialis anterior anyway. And if you're not suddenly increasing the amount of jump volume that you're doing on a day-to-day or a week-to-week or a month-to-month basis, then you really don't have to worry about getting shin splints as a result of your tibialis anterior not being strong enough or having enough muscle endurance. So doing tib raises, whatever variation, whether you're doing it with your foot on the end of a bench with a kettlebell hanging off your toes, or if you're just doing tib raises by leaning against the wall and raising your toes up, either way, it's mostly unnecessary, especially because the loads aren't as high for when you're doing a max effort jump of 1 foot or 2 feet. And 2, when you're doing max effort jumps, they get trained anyway. 3, if you do have issues with your shin splints and you're not at a point where you're jumping a lot, then in this scenario, yeah, you can supplement with tib raises. But for the most part, like if you're uninjured, I don't think it's a productive way to use your time. Next up.
Most variations of kneeling jumps. Kneeling jumps are very, very popular, trendy exercise on social media. You see it everywhere, strength and conditioning for, MMA, jumping, any of that. And the reason why we don't put it in the exercise that we should be doing for max vertical is that kneeling jumps,
Why they suck?
they just suck because you're trying to load the biggest muscle in the human body, your gluteus maximus, which is the primary movers of this exercise, with only a section of your body weight. It doesn't make sense because it doesn't cause enough stimulus for adaptation, and it's concentric focused. When you jump up, there's no eccentric muscle action, or minimal. So I don't think it's got the value there to increase your max vertical. And
You could train range of force development with concentric only exercises. This exercise puts you in a position that looks nothing like jumping. So the lack of load combined with the lack of specificity just makes it a waste of your time for the most part. Then there's a plyometric argument. What do you say to the people that say that it's a good plyometric exercise?
it's not a good plyometric exercise.
Why?
Because it's like taking away the drop from the drop jump, right? Because all that drop jump, drop jump, you drop and you carry that downward velocity, which you don't really get as much in a kneeling jump. So why don't you just do drop jump instead? And why do kneeling jumps at all?
Next exercise. I'm gonna piss off a lot of people by saying this, I'm not gonna lie. Agility ladder drills as a plyometric for jumping high. Even for agility, might I say, but that's a whole other conversation. So, when it comes to jumping high, you need to be able to push yourself from point A to point B, right? When you do an agility drill with quick little feet, what you're doing is, with each step, you need to produce a quick amount of force, then absorb that force, dissipate that force when your foot touches the ground in between the ladders, just enough so that you don't go flying, so that you don't step over the entire ladder. You need to move quickly so that your foot goes down into each section of the ladder, but then you need to dissipate that force in order to make sure your next step moves just in front of the next ladder for the next like section of the ladder. So you're actually teaching yourself how to move quickly and dissipate force in quick succession. We don't want to dissipate force. We want to handle all the forces that come our way eccentrically and keep that force, using it to stretch our tendons and muscles, to then concentrically use it to power us forward. All of it. You don't want to dissipate any section, any amount of that force. So ladder drills, it's almost like training the ability to land from a jump, not the ability to jump. Okay.
Fifth exercise.
The fifth exercise that is wasting your time if you're trying to jump higher. Unloaded knee drives on the end of other exercises, primarily step up variations. When you do a step up, if you are driving your knee after you step up onto a box of some kind, driving the knee that's not on the ground, what are you doing? Listen. What are you doing? Flexing a muscle that undergoes 9 times body weight when you sprint with nothing but your body weight. What are you actually doing? Maybe okay, let's say technique. All right, let's say you're trying to train your technique, driving your knees up to get the technique down for an athletic motion, like going through the motions of a sprint, for example, as part of your training when you're doing a step up variation of some kind. You can just be doing A skips and B skips and C skips. Standard, tried and tested Olympic sprint drills, right? For the natural motion, for the natural pattern that makes up the biomechanics of sprinting, which is a fundamental motion that backs a lot of other biomechanical patterns in sports. It's like doing a front delt raise, right? That's loaded. So let's say there's load here and I'm doing a front delt raise like this. It's like doing a freaking nothing in my hand bicep curl at the end of it. Like going like this. Front delt exercise, nothing in my hand bicep curl. That's literally, look, that's what you're doing. If you're doing a step up, right, with like a barbell on your back or something, or dumbbells in your hand, you're doing a step up and then you're driving your knee into thin air. That's what you're doing. A muscle that can handle 9 times body weight, you're just driving it into thin air. It's like doing a front delt raise and a bicep curl. You know what I mean? Stop doing it. It's stupid. I'm sorry. We're going to piss off a lot of people, but it never made sense to me. If you want to train your hip flexors, load them. They are stronger than you think. I promise you. They are stronger than you think. If you don't have a machine that can target the hip flexors, you can use a cable machine. I think most people have a cable machine. And if you get a kettlebell, put it around your toes and raise your hip flexors, that works. If you can get an ankle brace, attach it to a cable machine, set it low, and do knee drives that way while holding onto something on the side, that works great. You can also do it lying down so that, hands beside you with an ankle brace and cable machine and knee drive that way under load. But please, unloaded knee drives to train your hip flexors, come on, man.
Do better.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's about it. There's one other thing.
Oh, the 6th secret exercise that we're going to talk about is 90-90 mobility drills, but only passive stretching, right?
You have been doing 90-90s the wrong way. Okay, then the next video, right, or one of the following videos, we're going to show you how to do the 90-90 hip mobility drill properly. An enhanced way to do it. A way that no one has heard of before. Okay, maybe some of you have heard of it, but I highly doubt you have. If you found this channel and it's got like what? 1 subscriber? Yeah, there's no chance. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It's going to be something you'll want to see. You know what I mean? Because I haven't seen it online anywhere and it's helped me a bunch. So, I mean, look, we're both at the #1 ranked sports science university of the world. I'm the shortest South Asian dunker in the world. Please pay attention. Like and subscribe, please. We need it. Please like and subscribe, please. And make sure you ring the notification bell. Leave a comment or something. Leave some hate. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. How's that? Taking up most of the space, like you're like on the end because
I know.
you can push me out the way.
You want to
Yo, my name's Yardavan, and this is Pure Athletics. I am here, and that's fine. It's a start. It's normal, bro. It's normal.
And
Hey.
wait, look at the camera. Look at the camera. Okay, wait. Take two.